A live look at San Francisco tonight, where our Two Investigates team has learned that the city is failing to pay many of its contractors in a timely manner. San Francisco has a payment problem. We've discovered that thousands of contractors have done work for the city but are still awaiting checks, and some have been waiting for up to 7 months.
The problem is with the city's new computerized payment system. It has bugs that still obviously need to be worked out. Two Investigates Brooks Shiroz has been digging into this and questioned the city about what went wrong here.
Well, that system took 2 years of planning, and it came online in June of last year, and it replaced an old, outdated payment system that was put into use back in 1980. But now the new hardware and software has left a backlog of 4,000 invoices unpaid. In a city that keeps growing, expanding, and building, contractors and construction workers have no shortage of work. But some are being shorted in another way. They're not getting paid. In this letter, United Contractors, which represents union workers, says San Francisco has failed to make on-time payments to contractors working for the city, some in excess of 7 months.
For them not to get their money, it's just not acceptable.
University of California, Berkeley professor Hartley Shakin specializes in labor issues. He was upset that, according to the letter, contractors had been sued or some had taken out second mortgages on their homes just because the city isn't paying up.
Whether it's technological glitches or bureaucratic ineptitude hardly matters to those who aren't getting paid. It's an issue that's urgent and needs to be treated that way.
United Contractors says it was told by the city that software and technical issues would be fixed in a couple of weeks, but it's been going on for more than 6 months, even calling out the city controller responsible for the new payment system. Two Investigates went to City Hall to find out what's going on.
What do you attribute those delays to?
It's a host of things. These are kind of generational system projects.
San Francisco Controller Ben Rosenfield says the old payment system was decades old, and the new system came online last June. Software glitches and bugs, along with city staff and vendors not knowing how everything works, he says contributed to confusion and late checks. More than 200,000 invoices totaling nearly $5.8 billion has gone out the door, but roughly 4,000 invoices are left unpaid.
So we have made a lot of payments using the system, so the fundamentals of it are working, but we're not yet where we need to be and want to be. We are sorry for any hardship we provided to some contractors.
Now the controller's office says it's running checks daily instead of weekly, in some cases twice a day, just to get caught up.
We have staff working every day to make sure folks are paid the money they're due.
Money the trade organization says should be paid back with interest. And there is a law in California that says local agencies must pay undisputed invoices within 30 days, otherwise must pay interest to the contractor. Now, I asked the controller about that. He says no decision has been made, but there is a lot of discussion about that.
Yeah, 4,000 unpaid bills. What's the timeline, Brooks, for fixing the system?
Well, they don't have a definite date, but they said in the next 2 months is when they really want to make sure that all of those bills are paid and that all the bugs are worked out of the system.
All right. Brooks, thank you.
You're welcome.